Tell us about Buckingham Palace. Tell us about Buckingham Palace.
Yes, so last week I was really fortunate to be invited to the palace, Buckingham Palace, the Queen's house. So I firstly I thought it was a joke, and I didn't believe it. I thought I had to call my mate up and I said, Mark, are you messing about or anything like that? But it was a letter. I got an email from the palace to say we'd like to invite you to come and play and talk about the instruments. And my first question was, is the Queen going to be there? But I think she was in Balmoral actually, because they spend their summer in Scotland a lot. But I was there last week and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. I got a chance to play in the Royal Mews, which is the gallery right next door, which is attached to the palace. I got to see the palace, kind of drive into the palace, I was there as part of the royal collection, so a lot of the items that were collected and were presented to the Queen, to Queen Victoria, and to her son Albert. He was on the tour of India for 4 months, so a lot of jewellery, rubies, diamonds, gold casks, you know, priceless, were presented to him. Yes, were gifted to the prince. So they weren't stolen. They were given. They were given, and they were given to the royal family. So the royal collection has never ever had these items on display. So for the first time, they had them in the gallery, in the royal gallery, and they had them for display. So they had 9,000 visitors that day. So they sold 9,000 tickets in 15 minutes.
To make it
yes, at £50 a pop to get into the palace. But it was totally sold out. A lovely hot day, summer's day, down in London, and we were playing, and it was a wonderful. I've never been to the palace. I've seen it from the outside, kind of driven down the mall, but never had the opportunity to go into the palace. So it was a real honour and a privilege, really. Quite humbling, because when you see that form of that way of life, you think, wow, yeah, it's unbelievable. But yes, so it was my instrument that took me there. Really, yeah, not me, but it was my instrument. I played for the audience, yes, and they were asking questions, so it was quite informal. So I did a performance first with a friend of mine, and my friend who was with me, he's coming to the island for the concert on the 17th. So if you're free and you'd like to come to An Lanntair, it's on the 17th of this month, and we've got an array of wonderful Indian classical musicians coming up to the island to share their music and their work. So that's on the 17th. I should have bought some flyers, but I can drop them off to you.